Hey guys, it's Jay and you are tuned into Fit Face Beauty. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel again. If you're new, welcome. And today I'm going to show you how I got this makeup look. Yeah, it was really fun. It's really fun and colorful. I wanted to do something really fun and colorful. I've been watching a lot of tutorials on YouTube lately that have been fun and colorful. And it's really kind of inspired me to do something fun and colorful. Yeah, so this is the look that I came up with. If you guys want to see how I created this look, please stay tuned. And don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe and hit the notification bell before you leave. Product that we're going to go in with is the Milani Prime Shield. I'm just gonna squeeze some of that out, just a tad bit, and then dab it and rub and pat into my skin. So we're gonna start off with the eyes. I'm gonna be using the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Fawn. This gives the shadow something to stick to. It's going to even out color on my eyelid so that the colors are vibrant and consistent. And this in with a e.l.f. Flawless concealer brush. I'm just going to set that concealer that I laid down to make it crease proof. That way my eyeshadows apply very smoothly. I'm using my M.A.C Mineralize Skinfinish, and I'm using a M.A.C 127 brush on the natural hair side. The first eyeshadow I'm going to use is Passion Fruit Pink from Coastal Scent. And I'm just using that with a M.A.C 286. And I'm going to place that color right above the crease. Then I'm going to be using Neon Bright Pink, also from Coastal Scent. And I'm using the same 286 brush and just placing that color right below the first color. To further blend that out, I'm gonna take a 227 and just blend the edge. The next color I'm gonna use is Vibrant Pink, also from Coastal Scent. And on that same brush that we've been using, I'm just going to place that color a little lower. Then I'm going to be using Atlantic Blue from M.A.C, and I'm going to be placing that into the crease and outer V. And I'm just pulling that color out as well. And I'm just using windshield wiper motions to place this color down. To get back some of that pink that we lost, I'm gonna go back in with no extra product on the brush, just the pink, and blend where that blue and the pink meet. So I'm gonna go in Midnight Blue from Coastal Scents. I'm gonna use a M.A.C 217. Even though this color looks pretty purple to me in the pan, it looks really blue on the eye. I'm gonna use Shadowy Lady from M.A.C to deepen my crease even more. I'm gonna use a M.A.C 234 brush. To cut my crease, I'm just gonna use a little bit of my foundation. The brush that I'm using is a M.A.C 248. Going right into the inner tear duct, and I'm just taking my time. As you see, I messed up a tad bit, but I'm going to tilt my head back and just pat that in so you won't even be able to tell. Then pulling that color in, okay? And so I'm just gonna pat the edge. What I'm doing now is I'm just setting that foundation with my face powder and a jumbo eyeshadow brush. I'm actually really liking this as a shadow. Kind of cute. I'm gonna go back in with Shadowy Lady in my M.A.C 234 brush, and I'm just going to blend the edges of my eyeshadow. For my lid, I'm going to be using Laguna Green from Coastal Scents. I'm going to apply that color with a M.A.C 242. And you want to be careful when you're doing cut creases not to pass the line that you made, so just be careful with it. So I'm just tilting my head back. When I'm applying my colors onto the lid, I'm patting the colors in for maximum color payoff. And to make sure I don't get this into the crease, I am sweeping this color in where I cut the crease, and I'm tilting my head back. And I'm gonna go back in where I put that Shadowy Lady and just really blend the two colors on the edge together. And I'm even bringing that into the crease just a tad bit as well to make it more defined. This is so pretty to me. I'm really loving this. I'm gonna go in with Beautiful Iris from M.A.C into my inner tear duct. I'm just gonna be using a pencil brush. This is a M.A.C 219. For my brow bone highlight, I'm gonna be using Dazzlelight from M.A.C, and I'm just using a 252 to place that color down. I'm gonna move back onto my face, and then we'll come back to complete the eyes. Foundation today, I'm going to be using my LA Girl Pro foundation in the color Warm Caramel. And to apply this, I'm just going to be placing like a pump on my face, because I'm only going to use one pump. And then I'm going to use a flat brush to place it all over my face, and then I'm gonna go back in with a sponge. The sponge that I'm gonna be using today is the Eco Tool sponge, and this is my first time using this sponge. I have it wet. It feels soft so far. I don't know, I'm kind of nervous to see how I like it. So far using it, it feels a little harder than like a beauty blender or a Real Technique sponge on my skin, but it's not like super hard to where it's like I feel like I'm beating up my face. So far so good. If you do need to clean up something, this makes it really easy. Now I'm going to be concealing and highlighting, and I'm going to be using the LA Girl Pro concealer in the color Cool Tan and Pure Beige to do that. And I'm going to be using Cool Tan first, and then I'm going to put down Pure Beige. So I have down Cool Tan, and this is showing up brighter than what I remember. Then I'm not going to use Pure Beige. I'm just gonna go back in with a little bit of Fawn, just so that I don't look so stark under my under eyes. And I'm going to place that color also down the bridge of my nose, a little tiny bit on my forehead, on my top lip. And I'm gonna put this Eco Styler blender to the test again and blend that out. To set my under eyes, I'm gonna be using my Sasha Buttercup powder, and I normally keep like a little wedge in my powder just to make it easy for application, and I'm just gonna use that to place the product on. And then I'm just going to set the rest of my face with my M.A.C Mineralize Skinfinish in the color Dark. I'm gonna be using my favorite powder brush at the moment. It's from M.A.C and it's the 140S, and I'm just going to press that powder in everywhere else that I did not put the yellow powder, and I'm gonna go over those areas that I put the yellow powder as well and just blend away. I like this technique because it makes my face really matte, but then the Mineralized Skin Finish powder gives me that natural glow to my face, so I don't look overly like matte and just dried and cakey. I'm now gonna go ahead and bronze my face, and I'm using my CoverGirl Queen bronzer in Ebony Bronze, and I'm going to be using my M.A.C 126. My powder underneath my eyes is doing something really weird that I have not seen. I don't really know what's going on. I'm thinking maybe it's that primer. I don't like that. I'm just gonna go with it though. Now that I bronzed up my face, I'm going to contour. To contour, I'm gonna be using my M.A.C Blunt brush and a M.A.C 109 brush. And this is like my favorite thing to contour with. This is like really the only thing that I contour with. I'm gonna use my M.A.C my large shader brush, the M.A.C 227, to contour my nose. And just to make sure it's not really harsh, I'm gonna just go in with my powder brush and blend that out. Alright, so you guys are back closer to me again, and we're gonna just finish off the eyes. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be placing Atlantic Blue from M.A.C on and just smudging that against the entire lower lash line. And I'm using a M.A.C 214 brush. To do my wing liner, I'm gonna be using my Inglot Gel Liner in the color 77, and I'm gonna be using a M.A.C 211 brush. Alright, yes! All right, I'm feeling it so far. I'm really feeling it. I just got this new e.l.f. blush palette. I know I'm late, but this is the e.l.f. blush palette in dark, and I am really loving these colors. So I'm going to be using this for my blush today, and I'm gonna use the lightest shade in the palette, this one here. These blushes are so pigmented, guys. Like, I heard that they were pigmented, but you never know what something truly is until you try it for yourself. And then for my highlight, I'm going to be using Dazzlelight, the eyeshadow I use for my highlight, my brow bone highlight, as my highlight for my cheeks, because it does have that like pink iridescence to it. I'm going to put my mascara on, and this is the Voluminous Lash Paradise by Loreal. Ended up using my Salon Perfect 614 lashes. For my lip liner, I'm going to be using my M.A.C cork liner, and this is probably my favorite lip liner ever. I use this lip liner with everything almost, it feels like. I'm always using this lip liner. This is my go-to. And so now what I'm gonna do is, so I'm going to be using the Kat Von D liquid lipstick in the color Lovesick. It's cute. Okay, come through. But I mean, guys, this is the final look. Let me see. Spray a little bit of rose scented prep and prime on my face. Let me see. And that is it, honey. Yes.